And check this out, guys. All I can say is that is not a penny. I think I have an idea what it is because I do a fair amount of world coin searching, but definitely not US, and it's not super recent either. So let's take back this penny on top of it, and we'll see what's underneath. Hey everybody, how's it going? Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be doing a $50 coin roll hunt through a bunch of pennies, 5,000 in total, looking for wheat pennies, Indian head pennies, any obvious cool errors, and it could be anything else. We're also doing some wheat penny folders, so the specific dates will matter, but I'm going to get started. I'm going to look for enders, and if we don't find any, you'll just see me at the first find, but I'll update you with each find that I do, and then we'll go to a wrap-up at the end. So hopefully these boxes go well. So I just finished doing the ender search, and there's nothing in this box, but over here we have one wheat cent ender, so it's always fun to see that. It'll probably be in my thumbnail, but we'll get started with these two boxes. And it took us 3 rolls to get the ball rolling, but we have our first reveal here, and it looks like a crisp wheatie. 1951 is going to be the date on that, so there's nothing special about that for us, but we also have a 2005 Canadian, and we'll keep on with our search. Some good news here. About 4 rolls later, we got a 1942D, D being the Denver mint mark, so it's a good find for us. Fun to get some of the mint marks from the 40s. There's a couple that I really need for the folder, so hopefully those will come through, but we'll just keep on hunting. Now I've got some great news. It took about 10 rolls to get here, but what we found are 2 wheat pennies, a 1953D and a 1935. Especially good on the 1935. One, it's a pre-1940, which is always kind of a special distinction, but also it's a new spot in my folder, so I'm extra happy about that. 2 rolls later now, and we have another live flip for us here, so it's going to be a 1957D, one of the more common ones that we find. It's actually quite easy. I'm almost questioning if that looks like to be one of the BIE errors. It's not. It looks like maybe a slight chip on the eye. I'm not really sure what's going on with that coin, but still fun to pick it out of circulation. A little back-to-back action here, so this one's very next roll. We'll see how it looks on the front. 1945, another pretty standard date that we see pretty often and isn't much special, but 2 in a row is always fun. Let's hope to keep the streak going. And in fact, we were able to continue it. Again, not much of a stellar find or anything, just a 1952, but it's still good, and that brings our roll streak to 3. And the odds are with us today. We did get a 4th in a row. On theme, 1942D, so in terms of not being crazy, but then we also do have a Canadian reveal. It's going to be slightly older. 1964 is the date on that one. So if we could make it 5, that would be awesome. So the bad news is that we were not able to secure that 5th one, but the good news is that it only took about 2 more rolls after that last one to get a 1951D wheat penny. So our totals on the wheat pennies are looking pretty good so far, and we already got a folder filler, so I'm pretty happy with our status in the hunt about halfway through the first box. And though we did take a little longer between our finds, we did make up for it with 2 rolls. We have 2 finds, I should say, 1948 and then 1936. Awesome. I think that we may have found one of these in the past. I could be wrong, but a second pre-40, and we're only about 3/10 left in this first box. That's really, really good, good precedent for this hunt. And we spotted another wheat penny, this time on its back, so we'll just take a quick look. 1947 on our last hunt. I think we found a lot of these, but definitely not in need of them. I wonder if that's a chip or if that's postmint damage. Kind of something interesting there going on in the D and In God We Trust. Very next roll, and another reveal. It seems like there's been a lot on with the reverse facing upwards. 1926. Wow. That is not what I expected, and that's a really good find for us, because I don't think we have one, and it's in pretty good condition. I guess it kind of looks like it could be old, but that's probably just me saying that in retrospect. Really happy about that, and I'm almost positive that's going to be folder filler. Rare to get these random kind of mid-20s, mid-30s dates, though. Very, very happy. And a quick but positive update. We have about 7 or 8 rolls left, and we got 2 face-up wheat pennies, a 1958D and a 1944P. Didn't see the back there. That does not look very good, but some solid finds, just kind of adding to the total of wheat pennies found. Another roll, another find. We have this one. We'll get to see what it is live. 1945. So I'm just going to keep moving with the concentration of wheat pennies. There's probably going to be a long video ahead, so this is another good find though. A very brief state of the coin roll hunt, if you will. We've done really well with the Canadians, 19 in total after the first box, and then 16 wheat pennies. So if we can keep that pace in the second, that would be pretty incredible. We'll see how it goes. Good start here to our second box. Right off the bat, we're getting a find at 1958D. So, good signal. So we have 3 reveals here, or not really reveals, but finds. 1945 wheat penny. We have a reveal, a 1953 wheat penny, so nothing too wild, and then this newer 2001 Canadian cent. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, probably our worst wheat penny find of the day just because it's so discolored. Another 1958D penny. I don't know what exactly is going on with the coloration. And a couple rolls went by, wasn't finding much, but then these 2 popped out. The first one's over here, 1953D by the looks of it, and then a 1944 wheat penny on the other hand. And 100 pennies, or 2 rolls later, we've got this one to check out. 1941. Again, nothing crazy. We have 30 rolls left in the whole hunt at this point, or 3/5 of the box, the second box. So let's hope for some big find. And last roll, I was talking about a big find. Hopefully this one will make that true. So 64 Canadian is a little older and not a bad one. This one, 1949, is cool, though I think we've seen similar in the past. But this is the one that is interesting. Now, sometimes on these really beat-up ones, it'll just be beat up and newer, but it also feels pretty thin, so it could be very worn. Let's flip it over and have a look. And that is not telling me too much. I think I'm going to have to analyze this one off camera and hopefully get back to you. Took a little longer to get to this one, but this is pretty damaged. By the way, on that last one, I could not tell that it was like obscured. It was 19 blank 4, but we just can't tell the front. This one is another 1949, so not bad. At this point, 25 rolls exactly left. And the sheer volume of wheat cents coming in, this box especially, is awesome. We got another one, 1947, just 2 rolls after I cut away, and it's in decent shape, but they're just flowing in. So if that could continue, I'd be pretty pleased. And on theme, you know, it wasn't a streak. It was 2 rolls later, but just another solid find. 1945 wheat penny is going to be the next that we add. 21 rolls left, but they just keep on coming. I mean, 25 pennies in a box would be really strong. I'm just looking over right now, and it looks like so far we have found 13 or 12 or 13 in 3/5, so that'll probably hold for about 20 to 24, which would be really cool. And this one's an interesting find on its back. Could be a nice looking one. We'll see what the front is. 1948. It looks like decent condition, but it's got a little nick in the rim there. Pretty severe one, actually. So that's just kind of a regular find. And check this out, guys. All I can say is that is not a penny. I think I have an idea what it is because I do a fair amount of world coin searching, but definitely not US, and it's not super recent either. So let's take back this penny on top of it, and we'll see what's underneath. And it is a 2 Pfennig from the German states. 1967 is a little bit older than I thought it would be, so that's really cool. And it's just another good find for this hunt. It's cool to get these diversified 4-in-1s. I think a couple hunts back, I want to say it was like Barbados that we find, or Bermuda, some cool country as well. But this would have been West Germany, so not East Germany. This would have been the Allied part of Germany at that point, but a great find. I'm not sure what F stands for. They don't do their mint marks in Germany by what the starting letter, so like D, Denver, S, San Francisco. They just do, I think it's like A through H or something, and they randomly assign them. But awesome, awesome find. Nothing too crazy, but at this point we have 15 rolls left with this one guaranteed ender, and we have a 1940. So, not bad, but nothing wild. No way. So it's not an incredible find by any means, but it is another really solid one that I'm excited about. That's a 1935 wheat penny. So that's just older. It's in that pre-1940 range that I'm always excited to find coins from. And then additionally, we have this 1971 Canadian, but still, that's pretty cool. And that Pfennig, the more I think about it, great find. A little bit older of a coin too. And probably the longest gap in a while in this hunt we are finally going to get another reveal. Looks like a 1951D, so nothing wild again, but as I've reiterated a lot of times, it's been a really fun hunt, and I'm very happy with the results. And just since we know there's an ender, I'm going to hunt this one live with you guys, so hopefully there will be an insane find and I can capture the actual opening of the roll as well. Guess we'll start off with this one though. It's a 1949S. That's really cool. I'm going to check quickly, live of course as well here, in my folder if that's a new one for me. It definitely could be though, because I know I don't have a ton of the S mint marks. And I actually already found that on a different episode. But really cool, the S Mint means, for those of you who don't know, that it was made in San Francisco. So that's a really good find. And then, let's see. I'm hunting this pretty quickly, so I'll probably take a look after I do the roll to make sure that I didn't miss anything. But it looks like that was the only find outside of this other 1986 Canadian. And now with the wrap-up of this stellar hunt, we had a total of 27 Canadian pennies. There weren't any super old ones, but we had a 63 and a couple 64s in the mix. Nothing too special other than that. There was a Unk 95. A really cool 2 Pfennig coin from Germany, West Germany, as I said before, 1967. And then we had 11 wheat pennies from the 50s, so 51, 2 51Ds, 52, 53, 2 53Ds, a 57D, and 3 58Ds. There's this unidentified one, and I really don't think we're going to get a date on that. It's too bad. Could have been something good. We had a good variety of, I think it was like 18 or 17. I think it was 17 in the 40s, 1940, 41, 42D, 2 of them, 2 44s, 4 45s, 2 47s, 2 48s, 2 49s, and a 49S. We had 1 folder filler, or actually 2 folder fillers, excuse me, a 26 and then a 35. We got a bonus 35 and a 1936, so great hunt. 33 wheat pennies in 2 boxes is quite strong, and then to get a fun foreign and a good swath of Canadians, great. So hopefully we can keep it up with the next hunt. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe to help me out with my channel. And if you want to connect more, I do so on my Facebook, Treasure Town, my website, treasuretownYT.com, or my Instagram, TreasureTownYT. Have a great day, and I hope to see you on some of my other videos.